because of the weight that they've lost. And then maintaining it, we definitely see patients throughout. We can keep you on month to month from, is prescribing an appetite suppressant, or if it's just nutritional counseling, or some people it's just that monthly weigh-in that they need the accountability for.
Yeah, somebody else's eyes on that scale with their own.
Which is probably what makes our intense, the Jumpstart program so successful, is they text my nurse practitioner or Dr. Griffith every day, their weight, how they're feeling, the accountability. So. Well,
no, and let me ask you this: is say I was on triglyceride medicine?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that something? Because I understand that there's blood levels, serum levels, there's total test, total fat, total everything. Now, being on that program, does that directly affect the triglycerides in the blood?
So it's not the medication is not going to directly affect it, but by decreasing what you're intaking, you're not going to be eating a lot of red meat.
Liver works a little bit better and everything.
Yep. A lot of times the cholesterol will go down. Pretty much within 3 months or so is how long it takes to show up in a blood draw.
Sure. Well, and that's something that we're finding now in research is excess body fat is a big problem for a lot of those problems. But I guess it's redundant. Problems lead to problems. More money, more problems. More body fat, more problems. So you mentioned something earlier that's interesting to me because I find myself injured almost constantly. You talk about helping with injuries. How does something like this help with an injury?
So in general, weight loss, of course, is going to help with preventing an injury because of, if you have more weight on your back, if you have more weight on your knees, that's going to, put you at a higher risk. But we also do PRP. We do a lot of different things. PRP is platelet-rich plasma. We draw your blood, spin it off, and get the platelet-rich portion, which is the most healing agent part of it. And you can re-inject it into a lot of different areas of pain, knees, back, elbows, different joints. But we also do something called trigger point injections or the like, which helps with pain. And what it is it's Serapin, lidocaine, and Marcaine just injected in different areas to help numb the area and help you and alleviate pain so that you can kind of start doing some exercises that would help strengthen that area without taking any sort of narcotics. It's helping with the pain. So that's something that people come in weekly for, injections to help with the pain and help get them to the next level.
Now, are you growing new body parts for people yet?
Not yet. Close.
That's
so close.
Probably on the table, though. And when you do, let me know.
Okay.
I need a couple of them.
Okay. I can definitely let you know.
So as far as what are you seeing in terms of trends? Are people well, you can speak on that.
So what's great about our business is that we feed the next thing that we have or the next thing that we offer based off of what our patients are asking for. We've done weight loss, we did hormones, we've graduated into a lot of sexual health, and everything is the next step. Once you feel better about this, you feel better about this, we're fixing things that are a problem, so to speak, to them. And so stem cells is definitely going to be the next. We are definitely knee-deep into stem cells, and we love learning about stem cells, where they can be productive, where they can be helpful. There's so many different avenues for stem cells that I am very excited about seeing the progression there for sure. Topeka, Kansas, we're a little slower to get things as always, but I do feel that there is, it can be treatments or help with, as much as autism to the MS spectrum to the ED, erectile dysfunction to cancer. It's all over. So
wow.
It's amazing.
Have you had,
success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had what you mentioned cancer? What type of things can be done for that?
We haven't done anything specifically with cancer yet. There's just a lot on the forefront of it.
Sure.
So it's exciting to me to think what can be offered.
Yeah, there's a lot of new research coming out.
A lot of new research. As far as what we've done, we have great success with a patient who had MS, and she of course still has MS, but it's the symptoms, and she went back for repeat scans and has no additional lesions, and she's able to play with her kids and be active with her kids. Awesome. And the benefits are so there, and something she would definitely need yearly, every 2 years. It's not something that's going to be a one-time treatment for that, because MS is going to continually cause our body to degenerate. But at the same time, it's so exciting to see what we can do to help improve our quality.
Sure.
Patients like that.
Well, kind of the last thing I want to touch on. Wow.
Got plenty of time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time, and it's like we have plenty of time, but we're also rocking pretty hardcore too.
Yeah.
Last thing I wanted to touch on, and obviously not least, is senior stuff.
Sure.
You know, anti-aging, and which for everybody out there, I'm not grouping anti-aging, and senior things together, but it kind of brought that also to my mind too. So what about that? Those two avenues?
Sure. So I mean, in general, we treat a variety of the aging population. We're all aging, but at the same time, patients come to us, you know, regardless of age, they want to feel better. We had a stem cell conference just a few weeks ago, and a lady was asked, what do you want to be doing in 5 years? And she said the exact same thing I'm doing right now. I don't want my age to continue to, you know, degenerate me so that I can't go play tennis or I can't go do this. So we've been talking a lot about stem cells for wellness, in the aging population, as well as with the aging population, you know, weight loss is big, but not probably as big. I mean, the patients, as long as they feel healthy about what they can do and mobility and whatnot, they feel good. So a lot of times it's a little more focused on, you know, just making sure that they feel mobile and able to do what they want to do, whether that's weight loss, whether that's hormones, whether that's stem cells, whether it's helping with injuries. You know,
right.
They want to be able to get up and do things with their grandkids or whatever it is. So play golf. There's a lot of things that we can offer for that.
Right on. Well, and that's ultimately, I think, what you do now, and I say now for us because we're, you know,
population.
Careful.
We're not old yet.
Yes.
What we do now, it's like it's a ripple effect, you know. What you do now will affect you later on.
Exactly.
So taking care of yourself now is very important. But if for whatever reason you didn't along the way, these are ways that we can take a look at it and try to start you from a new baseline, basically.
Sure.
Yeah?
Exactly.
On site, on your guys' campuses and things like that, obviously you have your clinic. Do you provide any type of training or therapies or anything like that?
We don't. It's typically by appointment, you know, weight loss or hormones or stem cells or whatnot. It's just like, it pretty much looks like a medical clinic. And then we have a lot of different services, of course, that are different than a regular medical clinic. But, you know, we have some different affiliations with, of course, Pinnacle and different places that we recommend you to, because we know weight loss goes hand in hand with making sure you're staying physically active. Yep. So we don't actually, you know, have anything in-house, but we recommend
basically come into Pinnacle.
Yep.
That's what I recommend. If you want a nice, clean, awesome atmosphere to train, this is a great place to start.
Most definitely.
And to stay, I guess, for that matter. So is there any message you want to convey to the listeners out there? Because while we do have, most of our listeners are local. I mean, we have listeners all over the world. Not bragging or nothing.
Yeah.
Still don't know why.
It's not like we send it out there that way, but we do. But from you, your husband, from your clinics, everybody else, is there anything that you'd like to say to people?
You know, I would say the biggest thing is that we can treat patients, you know, since you mentioned all over the world, we can treat patients all over the nation, really. We have patients all over, but in general, optimize your health by, you know, taking care of yourself, but also realize that sometimes things are out of your own control. You know, work out 6 days a week, you think you eat right, you think this is going all great, and then you realize I need more help. Well, we're happy to help. That's what we're here for. We have done a lot of research in our last 5-6 years that we are capable and ready to assist in getting you to the optimal level. So
right on. And you touch on the key point is we can do all we can do, but when you have an organ going haywire that's producing goofy amounts of hormone or not enough hormone,
right,
it's a bigger problem, and it's going to stop you from your goals.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So, an overall health perspective, yes, it's a good idea to eat right. Yes, it's a good idea to train. Yes, it's a good idea to get your cardio and your good sleep. And all that can affect your hormones. But at some point in time, most of us are getting worse as we get older. We're not getting better, right? So
Right.
so that goes for our organs too. So we want to make sure we keep an eye on those and make sure that they're working optimally as well. We want to optimize them because we are biological machines and we need maintenance sometimes.
Correct. We are not invincible.
I think one of the points that I'd like to make is that sometimes when people have these kind of problems that we've been discussing here, they think going the traditional medical route makes more sense or is more legitimate or
Quote unquote normal. What
normal.
you're supposed to do.
And I found through people I've worked with, even through myself, clients of mine, personal training clients, just from a lot of different avenues, I found that's not always the case. A lot of times if you go in to a setting like this, they're ahead of the curve. The medical community might be, and I'm just making this up, I don't know, 10 or 15 years behind or something.
Sure.
They just don't know exactly how to treat these things.
Yeah.
This has been firsthand experience of mine and of, again, people I work with. So don't just discount this as something that's, they may legitimately get you in a healthier state
Sure.
than your own medical doctor who you think knows everything under the sun.
This is
And
a
then
specialized
most-
process.
You know,
Right.
right.
It is.
So that'd be my main.
That's a really good point. I
you know,
appreciate that.
Your general practitioner will send you to a neurologist if you need stuff, for your the way your brain function is, or your nerve function, cardiologist. I mean, this is
Right.
not a lot different than that.
Right. It is very specialized. You're right.
And again, also another thing is we all have pride. We all are real proud of ourselves. Sometimes you just got to get that help that you're talking about. So.
Sure.
And in the iron game, there's a lot of us out there that are pretty hard-headed, myself included. So that's all I got.
That's it?
That's it. I mean, I could go on, but I don't know if everybody wants to hear what I have to say.
I thought it was great.
Some people might. I might have a small niche.
Number of people that are still hanging on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I appreciate you coming in.
It
I
was
thank
very
you
nice
for your
to meet
time.
you. Thank you very much. It was great. Thank
As
you for
always,
having
it's
me.
good to be here, sir.
You're awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Make sure you check that out. Oh, the website.
NewHealthKansas.com. Thank you. NewHealthKansas.com.
.com. And also, as always, come check out the website for Pinnacle as well. They are on Facebook, and so is we're producing this live, and we're going to be posting it after the show's over as well. So if you didn't catch it, then you're going to be able to catch it on there. And that's it. Everybody have a great day, great weekend, and if it's raining where you're at, I feel your pain, and we'll talk to you later.